Blind the Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Aaron.
And we're back with Arrow.
Aaron,
this
Connor
is...
Hawk.
Yep, episode 151.
Nope.
I'm keeping track all this time.
Episode 13. What? You've been counting 151 episodes?
Yep. Last time on Arrow, documentary, Connor Hawk in the future. What else?
That's it. Lance was in it. He's dead.
Why you guys say it like that?
What?
Why can't you be like, he's dead?
He's dead.
You just say it so matter-of-factly, like you don't care and have no heart or emotion.
He's been dead for a while.
Yeah. We had a poll last time, Aaron.
I don't remember.
I think it was about people coming back. What was your favorite?
Probably about people going up.
Yeah.
Steps and people going out.
So damn loud. Fuck shit.
Fire. Which character was your favorite to return from the 150th episode?
Yep.
Hey, that's why you knew it was 151. You cheater. 3% said Cindy Simone.
3%.
Who was Cindy Simone?
The girl in the leather jacket from season 1.
Her name's Cindy?
Yeah.
I thought you said it was something else.
Well, you said.
You tricked me. Diggle Jr. 7%.
Yep. John Diggle Jr.
But he came out ahead of Sarah Lance, who had 5%. No one cared about her.
Okay.
Thea was at 16%.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Ragman was at 18%.
18.
And Quentin Lance was at 48%.
Everyone
Everyone misses Quentin Lance.
Everybody. There's nobody that doesn't.
Paul Blackthorne was great. I loved him. Right?
Yeah.
Barry Allen says, mine was Rory. Great character. Just wish he was still around.
Yeah.
Says, don't feel like we got enough of him.
We didn't. He was so much fun.
He was so different than all the other
I know.
people. Was that season 4?
5, right?
5 was Prometheus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He wasn't around for Prometheus, right? Wasn't season 4 with like Artemis, Curtis, and Ragman? And then that was the whole thing at Felicity. If you wouldn't like Felicity and the nukes, right?
I suppose so. I don't remember. No, Ragman was after the nukes.
No, because he sucked up the one nuke, right? And
No, he was.
nuke.
What happened? Because she nuked that town. Like his father died, and he was saved by the rags and stuff. Pretty sure he was season 5.
Wasn't season 5 Prometheus?
Yeah, but it was like he was gone like the first half. We didn't know who Prometheus was until later. I think it was 5. Pretty sure.
Because he wasn't. I don't remember Ragman for Damien Dark, but yeah.
No.
Yeah, I guess it's true because she didn't want to tell him about the one place that she blew up, Haven, right? Haven
Rock.
Haven Rock. Alex says, guess I'm in the minority, but Sin was one of my favorite characters, and I was genuinely surprised to see her.
I was surprised that I recognized her because it had been so long, but it was cool that she came back. What is she doing now, though? I don't remember. She didn't die, did she?
No.
Okay, I have no idea.
That's season 2.
I just forget stuff.
I don't know. Dobby says, I know she has a show, but it's still great to see Sarah pop off.
See what?
Sarah pop off.
Who's Sarah Popoff?
No, Sarah pop off.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a Russian.
I didn't. I thought it was like an actress whose name I didn't know or something.
Sarah Popov.
It's always good to see Sarah Popov.
Erica says, Quentin's got to be my favorite character, so that's a given.
Yeah, agreed.
Cheyenne says, I think Rory and Cindy were the most surprising, but Quentin was my favorite.
Yeah.
Matt says Thea because she's beside Roy. Thea because she besides Roy is the best Speedy. Well, she's the only other Speedy, right?
No, there's like 12 others. Man, you did not pay attention to season 5.
We've had 12 Speedies. What? I Am Groot says the Holy Blackthorn.
Aaron, show respect. Get rid of it.
Oh.
Is this the guy leaving notes?
Oh. What if it's like some voodoo? She starts,
No, it's not voodoo. Why did the voodoo guy leave notes? I don't know why they wouldn't, but why?
Dude, is there a note on her desk? I said I'd kill you all now. Is it Stanley?
It could be Stanley.
Oh no, Diggle too?
He's deputized now?
You will suffer.
What's it say?
Oh, with his daughter there. Fuck, get your Uzi.
Some punk kid pulling a prank.
Yeah, I think it's him. He's got a serial killer wall.
Stanley.
It's either him or Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Why would it be Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks loves the typewriter.
Stockpile them somewhere off the grid. Somewhere no one will ever think to look.
I think I might know a place.
Where? What?
The bunker!
This is definitely off the grid.
Black Star's
The
here. Black Star's
bunker!
here. Black Star's here.
This place was so cool. Yeah, well, no one's called this home for quite some time. Someone's been here.
Oh!
Oh, needles.
Not needles.
Someone's still here. I
Nerf.
told you this wouldn't end well.
Nerf darts.
How'd they shoot it? They had a gun and a little like a little bow now?
She spit.
What are we talking about here?
There's no good way to say this,
He's quitting.
but I've been offered a job at the Kohler Humanitarian Institute in D.C. I would be able to create tech that would be able to help people all over the world.
Is Curtis leaving?
The Coast Initiative.
So you draw them in, and as soon as they're close enough, strike. Yeah! That's
Nice.
very good.
Oh. That's that little dude.
That's Stanley, right?
Oh yeah.
Ah! He's just squirting stuff in his eyes, he's not squirting stuff in his mouth. Damn it.
I can't move. Please, dude, stop. I'll give you anything you want.
That's a supernatural shot.
Throat slash and victims who didn't fight back. I'm gonna give Captain Singh a call.
From Central City. Forward transition.
Someone is trying to blow up the city, but it's not me. And I sure as hell didn't kill Felicity.
Then who did? What you said.
I don't know.
Well, when Argus wants to make you the head of its science and technology division.
You want me in charge of the entire division?
The entire division.
The entire division.
The entire division?
Captain Singh, thank you for getting back to me.
I've done it
Hey!
with some new metahuman. I certainly do.
So about that kid.
What the hell?
Jesus,
I
Aaron.
don't even know what it was. Nothing popped up.
I was like, what the hell's happened? There's an attack.
Does he really think making dinner is gonna solve
Famous
everything?
chili?
I mean, it's his chili we're talking about. I'm pretty sure it could solve world peace.
I want to make
Chili.
chili.
Chili. Right now. Make chili.
It's impossible.
Actually, solving Rubik's Cube is a lot like learning an algorithm. My favorite pattern is a cube within a cube.
Warning, warning. Unidentified person at the front door.
It's a hell of a ring.
Uh-oh. Who?
There gonna be a note. And now William shouldn't stay with us. What?
What are you doing here?
Our grandson called us.
His grandparents.
I understand and appreciate why.
Samantha.
After everything that's happened. Where are the others?
Hey, you! Where are our friends?
With
don't know
Black
him.
Star. Hey, she's got questions to
No.
ask. What about us?
I recognize you.
You know him?
And so do you. You're Connor Hawk. John Dickle's son.
Thank you, Donna.
Sounds like you gotta go save the city again.
William, get over here and sit down.
And William's being a little bitch.
Split up. Have you guys never seen a horror movie before? Wait, Renee.
Cat should have suited up, man.
They should have done this for Halloween.
Tattered papers and plastic.
Every horror cliche in the book. Yep, could be piano.
Pianos aren't scary.
Don't hit it, don't hit it. It's a bomb.
It's not a bomb.
Bomb!
That's not a bomb, it's a monkey.
You haven't played enough Call of
There's
Duty.
antlers.
the little music boxes.
Yeah.
How's it going?
So he just had to have winded it up, right?
Ran away.
Yeah.
Is that an eye behind him?
Shoot it!
Okay, no, it's a poster. Jeez, that kind of looks like a face though, didn't it?
Oh! You don't want me like that? Sorry.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, no! That's how she loses her stuff.
Shit!
They shouldn't die.
But she doesn't have her scream anymore?
Might or will. I don't know. But the only way to bond the cut is by burning it first. I've never tested it. Do it.
Come on, T-Spheres. I mean, when is she's alive? She lives.
You did it. You're strong, Tyler.
But no scream anymore. She just was talking about a fuck.
Even if it breaks her heart.
Stanley's here.
If you didn't kill Felicity, then who did?
No one. Felicity's still alive.
How do you know that?
I just do.
She'll say anything to us.
Because she's probably her kid.
No, but I enjoyed it.
To ask Felicity why she disappeared from my life only to contact me now out of the blue.
What, did you guys date or something?
God, no. I'm game. She's my mom. Stepmom.
Oliver Queen is your father? You're supposed to be watching the others.
Oh, fuck! Jeez! They're out. Run! Do a flip.
Yeah, he's rolling.
Oh, spear!
Oh,
Got her, huh?
who's he fighting with?
Roy.
Not who. Brace yourself. Oh!
Flip!
Oh! Did you have to yell it?
Yeah, I had to.
Dang. Oh, I love that. That's great.
It's too spicy.
What are you talking about? It's perfect. It's absolutely delicious. In fact, I only have seconds. If you could pass me some more, please.
I can't.
Can't move already?
See? I can't really move.
I can't either.
Oh, creep.
Oh, I hope the other guys get there in time.
Don't worry, Oliver. It's me.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm not worried.
This
Really
guy's...
happy to see you guys again. You're the Star City Slayer.
Star City Slayer.
It doesn't matter. Because we're together now and we can go somewhere new and be a new team. But I don't know about her. Because I don't think that she's listening. She's listening. I don't know why. He wanted to send me to Arkham Asylum. But I'm starting to think that you're not listening to me either, Oliver. I can tell.
Jeez, man.
You should have apologized.
This guy's so fucking good.
You mean to me it's last night, but you haven't.
You're the Star City Slayer.
He doesn't like that. Bottle.
William.
Bottle!
Oh! Oh. This guy.
And I promised to come and visit whenever it's cool with you and with your grandparents.
No.
I know the grandfather's like,
How good if it was gonna be one of those calls where you say everything spreads on the liver and then...
Black Star.
And what?
They took blood.
You can't win this.
My name is Mia Smoke.
Smoke.
I'm Felicity's daughter. And your sister.
How's that music? I like it.
is that her theme? Is that like her theme?
Aw.
So we're losing Curtis and William?
Could care less about William Curtis. That sucks.
That's not nice.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's so mean to William.
I don't know. I'm just not
kid.
very involved in that storyline, other than the fact that, like, hey, we can't be very good parents. Holy shit, I'm pregnant. You know, that's interesting. Like dynamic and shift change. I like that. The William thing. I'm just, you know, I've never really loved the stories from last season. And from this one, it's just like, it seems like the show's just been like, let's just get rid of him so we don't have to deal with it, you know? And now they're doing it again. But I loved the setup of the Star City Slayer. Sorry, don't call him that. But I love the setup with the killer here and how that fed into we gotta get rid of this kid. That was good. I liked it. I just don't care much for William. I care a lot for Curtis, though, and that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I care for William as much as that he's such an important part of Oliver's life.
Yeah.
I just don't like nothing about the storyline when William's in it. I'm like, oh, fucking, what happens next? You know?
I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not supposed to be an exciting part of the story.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm not invested in this. Like, if he's there or not, will not, like, you know, I'd rather him not be there.
It's the real life side of, like, being a hero.
Yeah, no, I get you.
It's more relatability, I think, than being like, fucking, I want to see another fight with Roy flipping and doing shit.
Of course.
Like, that's the exciting stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not saying, like, I need to have just action to be excited and invested. I'm not going to be invested in stories like that. I just never particularly thought the actor that plays William is the strongest, and just the choices they make, he just whiny all the time, you know? When's he not been whiny? She's been too whiny for me. Too whiny.
You don't have kids, huh?
No, but I've seen plenty of those kind of relationships in shows like this, in stories and
a lot
television
of them,
and stuff.
sometimes they don't seem real, though.
Sure.
Like, having kids and stuff, sometimes kids are just upset about things that don't matter, and this kid's lost his family and been sent away.
I'm not saying it's unrealistic or I think that the show shouldn't do it. Well, I'm just not upset that he's not going to be in the show. Yeah, I just don't care. I just don't care about it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not.
I like what they did with the Stanley thing, and I like that he asked him what he wants and everything too.
Sure.
Because I agree with William, where like they never asked him what he wanted. He didn't get, you know, he never really got a warning about his father going to jail. He kind of just got sent away by Felicity because of a evil, you know, maniac Diego guy, you know, or dragon, not Diego.
Yeah.
But I mean, his life since Samantha's died has been all over the place. And before Samantha died, he got kidnapped, and that's why Samantha died, because she wouldn't try to help him.
Oliver is the cause of every strife in his life. I mean, he's the cause of his life, but I get that. I just am not particularly invested in that kind of thing. I'm more invested in like Zoe and Renee. Like I really enjoy that dynamic. It's not just I don't like kids or something, you know. I also feel like he's been. I mean, when I call him whiny, I'm saying that he's being extremely self-righteous, and like, you know, you guys aren't fucking listening and shit. But he hasn't once said why he got expelled. He set up that one fake website stuff.
It was a fight.
Well, yeah, a fight, but we don't know why. We don't know what happened.
Did Oliver ask?
Yeah, didn't he?
He never said why'd you get into a fight.
I thought that's why I took away the pancakes.
No, that was because Felicity said, "Hey, we gotta have a talk."
Yeah.
And then that's when he said about having a fight and about the nose and everything, and then he never asked why'd you get into a fight.
I thought he did.
No, did not. It was one of those things where it's like, I'm listening to you. It's like, but I mean, you're not. William never feels like Oliver's been invested, which is what I was going into. Like he's gone into a lot of strife with all this stuff in his life, and now he's struggling with this, which I would assume would be, I like boys getting into a fight because I might be gay kind of thing. Yeah. Which is what I'm assuming is the fight there. But he also doesn't have just conversation with his father, nor does it seem like his father's interested. Because he's always gone. He's always coming back and forth. And when he is talking to him, is he pushing what Oliver thinks versus listening to what William thinks? Sure. So I get William and his issues and everything, and I get him being upset because I have a 9-year-old who will sometimes just be upset about stuff that doesn't to me doesn't seem important, but to him it does seem important, and I need to try to make sure that I understand where he's coming from. So so far I've liked the storyline with this little bit of William, and like, is he? I don't know where. It seems weird that if they send him away here and he doesn't show up again until
that's not
that arrowhead like shows up. That part seems weird.
Well, yeah.
But I get the reason for sending him to his grandparents here, and at least Oliver gets to the point where And it might have taken Stanley saying, like, you're not listening to me.
Sure.
Like, listen to what I'm saying. And then all the craziness of that being like, well, maybe
Yeah.
we're not good to have William here. But at the same time, I want to listen and ask him what he wants versus just assuming what he wants all the time.
Yeah.
So as far as him being gone, I mean, the show's going to go where it goes. Like you said, it's weird having... not weird. It'd be interesting to see what they do with, like, maybe it's not safe to have a kid, but now they're going to have a kid. And
that's what I'm seeing. Is
what do you do with that child,
I mean, obviously, and this is the fault of the Flash Forward, doesn't go well.
I mean, to what extent, though?
To the extent that the entire city hates vigilantes, and I'm going to assume that she doesn't know Oliver very well. She's taken the Smoke name, not the Queen name. Her name's Mia?
Mia Smoke, yeah.
Okay. I mean, we kind of, when she was introduced, we were like, so is that Felicity and Oliver's kid? So the reveal was like, hey, okay, they're pregnant now. That's crazy.
Yeah. But William never knows about it.
William never knows about it.
Does he leave and he never comes back to know that Felicity had a baby?
He says that Felicity and Oliver abandoned him. Does that mean that he went with his grandparents? They just never got a hold of him? Because Oliver here is like, hey, we'll talk, we'll call. I'll come visit you whenever I can. Please, John.
Well, see, some of it, too, like, if the grandparents... Are they letting him go and live with the grandparents and they are still assuming guardianship over him?
I wouldn't say so.
Or are they actually taking guardian? Like,
yeah.
Are they going to become his guardians? Because if so, then they can control the father seeing him at all. My dad had a kid where, like, he was trying to see his son and he had issues with the mother, and the mother had him jump through so many legal hoops just to visit him for, like, a couple hours.
Yeah.
So it could be that. And also, like, she was like, oh, your father doesn't want to see you. But she would make him have to try to do all this stuff just to see him. So could the grandparents say, like, oh, he doesn't want you. He's abandoned you. And that's what he believes because they don't want him with him because they think it's dangerous.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the however many possibilities it could be. We still don't know. Obviously, something's going to be going on with Oliver and the Monitor and the crossover next year. So that could just be like, hey, Dad just never showed up or something, whether if he dies or whatever. And that could change how Felicity operates and stuff. And they could just, and they have this daughter here. William could just become one of those things where it's like, yeah, well, we were doing other things, and then Oliver was suddenly gone, and I don't know. We'll have to learn more as these unfortunate flash forwards go forward. But I don't know. I mean, at the very least, I got hyped for seeing, Roy back in action. That was great.
Yeah, the fight there was really good.
It was fantastic.
I enjoyed it.
It was shot very well. It was cool seeing the bunker in that state, but it was just cool seeing it again.
Yeah.
So we had some great moments in that bunker. Yeah.
Which is sad because I guess we'll never go back to that bunker. You know what I mean?
Well, because whenever they came back to it last time, they said, we got to fix this place up or whatever. The ring thing was like down on the ground, and now here the ring thing is up in there.
So they come through and fix it.
So they come and fix it, and then it gets destroyed
just abandon it?
in the 20 years since.
It'd be great if they fixed it and made it better, but
because Oliver and the documentary team went back and said, we're gonna bring this place back.
I just don't know exactly what to expect between the vigilantes from now to then, and why they're the death of the city.
I hate that underscores like all this stuff. Even to the point where I'm like, oh no, Dinah. Yeah, she's lost her power, and we know that's what I assume that's what it's from. But I was never like, well, she's going to die.
Yeah, it would have been better if we'd have had that without any of the future stuff, and been worried for what's going to happen, and could she die? And I get you.
But I mean, with that being, her talking about being the Black Canary and being outed, and now immediately losing that power, if that's in fact the case, which I believe it is, and that's terrible.
Well, that's what the doctor's like, I don't know. We don't know about her voice. So we don't know what's going on.
I guess silver lining is that could fit in pretty well to the Laurel Lance redemption arc. Black Siren to Black Canary.
Yeah, I guess so.
If that's something they want to do. Even though she's still called Black Canary in the Flash Forwards, right? In fact, aren't there like multiple canaries or something? Isn't Zoe some kind of canary?
Yeah, I guess.
Because she has the necklace.
But, I don't know. I mean, you could have... in the future, we don't really know about Oliver. Mm-hmm. I mean, we thought Felicity was dead, but I guess she's not. We still don't really know about her. We don't really know about Laurel. We don't know about Curtis.
Sure.
Diggle.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we don't know about any of them. All we really knew were Renee and Dinah and Roy. and then like their kids.
Sure. It seems like anything that's been speculated on, we've been able to guess, but anything that just no information, we have no idea. Like, as soon as they said, Felicity's dead, and flash forward, we were like, no, she's not.
Probably not, right?
And then when it was like, who was the Black Star? We were like, I don't know, Felicity Oliver's kid?
Blonde.
It's like, has there been anything really that's been surprising? I mean, it's been treated as very surprising. But I was more surprised that, she's pregnant now, in the blood test. That's why they did the blood test lines,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, because, like, we're talking about, like, her being, like she could be, but does the time work out right? Like, would she be this old compared to William and them? What age is she now?
I think she's supposed to be, like, 19 or so, because it's 20 years in the future.
How old is William?
William would be, let's say he's 13, 14, or maybe he's older. I don't know. I mean, the actor looks a little older now than what he's supposed to be, I think. But
he's probably in his teens, right?
Yeah. I mean, let's say he's 13, then he's 33. And flash forwards.
He kind of looks like an older William, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he kind of works.
No, I think that casting is great. And, I mean, it looks enough like the kid and enough like Oliver that I think it really works.
Curtis going to DC, though.
Who's like the villain of this?
Of this season?
Yeah. Because Stanley, like, they got him, I was like, this is going to be interesting, but they kind of wrapped it up here.
Yeah.
Like, and, Diaz is with the Argus stuff, and that's not really, like, pressing. Like, who does Oliver beat at the end of the season? Is it Dante? Is it they mentioned the Virgil this time. Like, there's Virgil
they've
and
been
Dante.
talking about Dante for a while, and we don't know exactly where they're going with that. But then, like, Stanley was, like, we had the little notes and stuff happening. We're like, ooh, what's this? We didn't see Emiko for this episode. Yeah. So I don't know what's going with her.
Okay.
Like, there may still be, like, her trying to figure out who killed her mother.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a different season. It's not like, oh man, here's Prometheus and here's...
You can't just fit it into a regular mold. Like, what is the third act of the season?
Yeah. Which is good. I like that.
Me too.
There's some other shows I've watched and stuff where, like, they don't necessarily have, like, here's the big bad. Like, here's our story arcing, and you don't really have a...
Yeah. And, I mean, I recognize I'm being hard on the William character and story. I mean, I just gotta be honest to say that it's not something I'm super invested in or care about much, but I'm kind of, whether it's biased or not, I'm glad I don't have to necessarily think or deal with it now. Now we're going forward. It's like, okay, we're pretty open in terms of, like, what happens next other than the pregnancy. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen with Diaz and Argus and Dante and, Stanley, I'm guessing, just going to go back to prison,
Yeah.
So, like, what happens next, I'm not sure. And if William's not there, I mean, it'd be some shit if someone just goes to Central City and kidnaps him again, So I'm assuming that's going to be done with for now. The only thing I can think of is, like, this is tying into the flash forward somehow, but I'm not super excited about that, so I'm almost wanting to discount it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I was gonna say, whenever they were talking about, like, going with your grandparents and stuff and give you normal life, keep you safe, I'm like, well, if they know you're Oliver and you're the Arrow, couldn't they just find you and your grandparents are
Damien Dark found him when he was with Samantha hidden.
Like, wouldn't he be safer closer to you than further away from you?
Take him Merc too. He'll be safe there.
Yeah, there you go. Dude, Stanley... Just good, crazy guy.
The actor is amazing.
Yeah.
He is so good. I mean, I just buy that he's insane.
Built up. To, like, the spit in his mouth, the red of his face, the vein of his forehead.
How wide his eyes were. I mean, like, how he framed his face with the knife, It was just so good. And, like, I believe, that guy deserves to be in Arkham Asylum.
He's crazy. It's great. I wonder who his dad is.
I don't know.
Anything connected to anything, because, like, it was just, I don't know, it was interesting. Like, he had father issues, like, maybe he's like, man, maybe I fucking need to listen to my son before he turns into this.
And he killed Councilman, the councilman that was working with Diaz. He said, like, he was going after Oliver. So, I mean, I was, like, thinking, okay, is there going to be some kind of plot, like, against the vigilantes through the political things and stuff? But did Stanley take care of that?
Who did he kill? Is that who that was?
Yeah, it was the councilman that was working with Diaz. That was the older guy he killed. Okay. So he was a guy who was going after Oliver. Stanley, as the younger brother, thought he was protecting his older brother by killing the opposition. He said, you had no idea the things I've done to protect you.
Good.
So we're assuming that some
Thank you, Stanley.
has done some of that. I don't know.
And the drugs are bad for the baby. There's a little baby fetus in there, and it's got all these drugs in it or whatever. Magnesium and something else.
Yeah. Hell, yeah.
Like, could it be in there paralyzed and dies? You know? I mean, it's not going to die because it's got to be born, but, like, is there repercussions to that?
Sure.
A lot of times babies, when they're really little being formed, like, that's their most, like...
vulnerable.
Yeah. It absorbs the most, like, nutrients and doesn't have a whole lot to it.
That's why you don't want to have caffeine or alcohol or anything.
Especially early on.
When you're pregnant, yeah.
Or smoking and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. They mentioned Blockbuster from Bloodhaven. I don't know who Blockbuster is. Bloodhaven is the place where Nightwing operates. And they've mentioned Bloodhaven a couple of times in the Arrowverse. But Blockbuster, I don't know who that is. They're talking about a previous thing that Dinah has done.
Yeah, it was a reference to her working it, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm assuming that Blockbuster is a reference that we just don't get.
They're probably not around anymore.
Q&As. The only thing I have is that the thing at the door that scans your DNA and says your name is definitely Archer.
It's probably the starts of it.
Yeah.
With her taking Helix and stuff now, like, it's, you know, she's working on this new technology. She's probably going to push it further with Helix. And
did we even mention? I mean, it's Curtis. Like, that's like a write out of the character. I would say, right? Is he done?
I don't know.
Like, at first, when they were starting to say it, I'm like, okay, maybe he's just going to be gone and he'll come back later. But then they gave some pretty emotionally heavy scenes with Felicity.
Well, and then giving away Helix and all that kind of
and
stuff.
Giving away Helix
makes it more like he's being gone.
It means like he's being written out.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I like Curtis. He was never my favorite or my least favorite, but, you know, I feel like he just never got to the potential he could have been as Mr. Terrific. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of thought more like his growth and stuff like that. Like, you saw him get better, but you never saw him get, like, as good as I wanted to get.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, well, just no Curtis then.
So, Q&As. Hashtag Arrow Q&A. We're going to do it at BlindWaveProd on Twitter.
Yep.
David says, who do you think does a better job of portraying William, the kid, or the adult actor?
The adult.
I think they both just do a good job of portraying William at the state that he's at.
Sure.
I wouldn't want the adult one to be portraying the younger one.
That would be weird.
Portraying the older one.
And he is just a kid, and, you know, he was written to be a certain way. I just think the older William has a certain sense of humor that I haven't seen matched in the younger one. Like humor and levity that he brings to the situation sometimes.
Xavier says, is it weird that I like Stanley better than Diaz?
No, I don't think it's weird. I mean, they're both great performers, but Stanley just has a range on him.
Yeah.
That Diaz his range is purposely limited, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's not like this. A little over.
Superhero says, do you think Stanley could get added to the new Suicide Squad? I don't know.
I don't know if he has a particular set of skills other than just being a big old creep.
Sneaking around and stabbing people in the neck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I guess you need like some kind of stealthy thing.
Mm-hmm.
He seems pretty stealthy and seems like he can do some research, I guess.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, while the Suicide Squad in the past has been with, you know, some very psychotic people, I mean, like Harley Quinn, they genuinely don't do it to crazy people that have no free will. Like, it's a choice you make. Like, hey, do this or the bomb will explode. Stanley might not understand that. He might just be too crazy.
He just cuts the bomb out of his neck.
Yeah, or he just fucking just doesn't... He just fucks up the mission because he doesn't care. He just bombs his neck.
Maybe.
Got a bomb in my brain.
Krite says, oh my gosh, the actor for Stanley was amazing.
Yeah.
I hope he becomes a main villain throughout the season. What do you guys think of the Star City Slayer?
I think he's cool. I don't know if he's necessarily threatening enough to carry a whole lot of stakes that can last multiple episodes. Other than just being like, you know, he's going to be sneaking around with a knife, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, I thought you did a good job.
Yeah. Just fantastic.
As far as the Slayer itself, like, I'm not going to call him that.
Yeah, you don't want to call him
that. Derek says, what do you guys think about Echo's departure from the series as a regular? Apparently, he wants to spend more time with his family in LA, focus on music, writing, and directing. And at first, I thought it was going to be Laurel's death all over again.
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I would never want to keep someone on a show and in a commitment that they are not 100% committed to. You know, I feel like in the first couple seasons of his introduction, he could have been handed a little more meatier things to do.
Yeah, I got so frustrated early on.
I mean, there were just times where he's just like literally on the ground getting kicked. And like, Curtis, what are you doing? You know? So I can understand that it's like, well, it's not like this is the role of my career, you know? Like it is for someone like, you know, like Stephen Amell. Like, you know, he will forever be remembered as Green Arrow.
Yeah.
You know, that guy can, you know, it's not like I'm gonna forever remember him. You know, he might have, you know, bigger and better things later, you know?
Hopefully.
But I'll always remember Stephen Amell, like, oh, I love doing that part. With this guy, it's like, he had some great moments, but he also had some moments of like, you know, you said the suit up joke like 50 times.
I like the suit up joke.
I liked him the first 10 times.
I like it. It never got old.
But there's a couple of times where he's like, suit up. Huh, is that what we're supposed to say? Did I subvert your expectation?
I know. I mean, I wish he would have been handled a little differently in the very beginning.
Yeah.
But no, I really liked him. So hopefully things work out. Maybe he'll show back up here and there, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Like a guest star or something like that. But
do what every other show does that doesn't know exactly what to do with the character and wants to make him, you know, move on and become better. Send him to Legends.
As a regular, he's trying to leave.
I know. I'm just saying.
Fool.
Probably have a good time on Legends.
Probably. So let's see. Matthew and Red. Red says, so we now have future John's son, Oliver's son, and Felicity's daughter. Who else do you want to see in further episodes of the future?
Renee's daughter, too.
Yep.
I mean, it might be cool to see where... See, this is a double-edged sword. It'd be cool to see what happens with Laurel and Black Siren if she's still around or whatever. But that just spoils any kind of development that we're going to get. You know, so I don't want to know.
Well, anyone we know that's there, like with Dinah here, it takes away any stakes of being like, oh my god, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose Dinah. Because we're like, ooh, dang, this is when darn. Like, now we know this is when she lost her voice.
Well, we also haven't heard anything about Diggle or Argus, because at one point, Argus takes over the United States, too, doesn't it?
Did they change that?
I don't know. I hope so. But that's a whole thing with, what's her name over in Legends? I can't remember. Legends been off for so long, man. What's her name? Zari?
The
Zari?
cat?
Yes, the cat.
Zari.
Yeah, Zari. But, you know, like, her future and stuff is... Argus is taking over, and you can't be a meta, and...
Yeah, but they've hinted at
no
the idea
religion.
of, like, getting rid of that.
I hope so.
So, maybe they will.
I just wonder, like, does that... Will that clash here? What does that mean for Diggle, who's so into Argus and Lila, and a lot of things.
All right. So here we go. Caroline and Matthew both want to know what we think about the Mia smoke reveal. Caroline says it's kind of sad that William decided to leave, and now Felicity is pregnant. But I guess that makes William, Mia, and John Jr. Next generation of original Team Arrow.
Yeah.
There's a picture of them.
Oh. Nice. I mean, next generation. I mean, he's able to fight off Roy, and she seems to be scrappy as well. You know, I don't know about William. William's kind of more techie. I don't know. Is that the plan?
You know, it is weird. William's more like Felicity.
Yeah.
And then Mia's more like Oliver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, this Connor Hawk has not been revealed to have any Green Arrowness.
More like Diggle, maybe. And maybe JJ is more like Oliver.
Maybe.
Like, you know, like it's weird because, like, you would have, like, arrows to Oliver to John Diggle and then Felicity to that, and then Diggle, I guess, to her or something. I don't know. It's weird. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see what happens with the next generation of them. But at the same time, I feel like, kind of like we talk about, it's going to be putting us into a corner of, like, well, now we know of this, 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 and this, so we're not worried about this in the past.
Yeah.
So now it's basically what we've been watching as the present is the flashbacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, no.
Because that's how I felt in the flashbacks. Whenever Oliver's doing something, like, oh no, Oliver's in trouble. We're like, well, he lives, he gets off the island in 5 years, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to die.
True. And it was always like, it was a 5-year gap. Like, if we were in season 1, then we were 5 years from then, and then 5 years from then, you know? So this kept going up. This is a 20-year gap. So it just, like, it feels like it limits so much more than if it was like a 5-year gap, let's say, you know? So, I don't know. I am interested to see where they're going. But almost comparatively to how I feel about like the Williams stuff, that's not why I'm coming to the show every week, you know? That's not something that's like keeping me around and saying like, ooh, I'm interested what happens next. With the flash forward stuff, I'm more like, I don't know. Okay, well, let's see. I mean, Felicity's alive. Kind of guessed that. His daughter, kind of guessed that. John Daniel Jr., cool. You know? Roy, Flip, cool.
I don't know. He was going to be here as Connor Hawk. Why he got his name Connor Hawk?
I don't know.
He just took the name because he doesn't want to be a Diggle?
Maybe the reason that she wants to be a
Argus
queen.
go bad and he's trying to push himself away from Argus?
Does she not want to be a queen?
I don't know. Which is what Martina says. Why do you think Mia carries the last name Smoke and not Queen?
My theory is that if she's pregnant now and something happens with Oliver in the crossover next year, she never knows her father. Very well.
Okay, I was like, because she's like, you're Oliver Queen's son?
Yeah. I mean, like, very well.
Oh.
Like, she's more with Felicity and takes her name.
Maybe.
I mean, Felicity didn't take Queen, did she? When they got married? I don't think so.
Seth says, what if I told you William only wants to move to Central City to be closer to his favorite hero, The Flash?
I mean, I thought about that. You know, at least have Barry look at him every once in a while or something. With him being in Central City, but I'm sorry, but how about us not go to one of those cities? Because those places are dangerous.
Go to Haven Rock.
Yeah, now go there. No, go somewhere else. Go to the country.
See, Magnus wants to know: is this future Ford stuff set in stone?
I hope not, but every single thing points to it being so until they say no. So I think we have to default to yes, it is.
Yeah, I suppose so. There's a question about when you guys see this. Arrow Writer's Room said, Star City Slayer is coming, guys. Oh my god. They have AirPods on. They can't hear us. Oh my god. And they have them all standing with it.
Yeah, that's the new meme, isn't it?
I don't know, I guess.
Well, when you have the AirPods on, it can make it so that you can block out other sound and stuff like that. So the new meme is like, oh my god, he's wearing AirPods. He doesn't know, and it's gonna put him in the dangerous situations.
Timer says, do you guys think we will get a big bad for the rest of this season? We have gotten hints of Dante, but I honestly can't see it being Diaz again.
Let's see. There's only like 10 episodes left. I think Dante either will come in at the end of this season or be a villain for next. I don't know. It's like how sometimes they do they say Damien
Dark in the season before.
Yeah.
Didn't they do something similar with Benjamin Linus's character? I can't think of it. They mentioned him the season before, didn't they? What was his name? J.
Start with the C. Caden James.
Yeah, I had the J and you had the C.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing with the big bad of this season or anything. I'm not sure what the villain's gonna be. I don't know. Half Grodd, Half Sharks. That fight in the flash forward scene was awesome. Also, I had hoped something like this would happen when Oliver made his world famous chili. And then there's this. Apparently it's a comic thing. Ollie's stupendous chili recipe, just like Mom used to make.
Oh, so that's a comic reference that Oliver's good at making chili?
There's ingredients. Kids, get your parents to help you with this at home, Ollie.
Is that a real...
There's a recipe, and it tells you, let it simmer for several hours. I'm going to try this.
Yeah, we should make Oliver Queen's chili for cooking with Blind Wave one day.
Hang on.
Screenshot.
Yep. Make it at home.
Yeah. I'm able to pull off this screenshot, but there's supposed to be a thing where you do this.
Yeah, where you put your hand
over.
But
every time that happens, I always fuck it up.
Yeah, I know.
I need a screenshot and shit I don't want.
What don't you want?
Nothing.
I want the dick. Alright,
just wanted his eyes. Sorry.
Jonathan says, guys, I had a thought about Connor Hawk. He called himself that in Legends, Season 1, because he felt he didn't deserve his father's name when he couldn't save him. What if now he's changed his name because his dad was a vigilante and they are hated?
I think that's implied.
That works. I thought maybe because now he's outed as a vigilante, but before I was like, well, maybe it's a Argus thing.
Mm-hmm.
if he's working with Argus, I don't want their name, so I'm gonna go by my own thing.
Yeah.
Random question from Lover Sashimi. Now you guys cook a lot of dishes on Blind Wave, but do either of you guys have that one signature, aka famous dish that you make that everyone can't wait for you to make again?
For me, not really. I mean, I make a mean steak, but only because of the quality of the meat, because it comes from my parents' farm.
Yeah. Melanie usually likes the salmon.
Yeah.
I think everyone liked the pork, but I don't know if that's a thing that I regularly cook. But I've cooked it like 2 or 3 times in the last couple months.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I have like a. This is Aaron's thing. I like the potatoes. I like the potato thing. Did you eat potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Were you here? You didn't leave, did you?
No. I've only left once.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
You fool. Ooh, chicken noodle soup. If each member of the Blind Wave was in a horror movie, who would be the first to die? And if you guys want to, who would be the sole survivor among you guys?
Depends what kind of horror movie it is. If it's like a serial killer thing, then
Eric or Rick?
Yeah.
First to die.
I mean, if it's like a supernatural kind of horror movie or something, then it's gonna be me because I'll immediately not think any of it's real.
Isn't it real, guys? Look. Ooh, he's dead.
Only in a movie, but yes. If it's like a serial killer, like things that are actually real, then I feel like I'd be way more cautious than like there's a ghost in here.
Just believe all of it, Eric, and you won't die.
That's not how that works.
I think you'd be the first to die, and either a serial killer's chasing you down, like from Scream.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
No, I don't know. I mean,
Eric, it's Rick, or Rick gets just lost somewhere.
Sure.
Where'd everyone go? He's just dead.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess it depends. I mean, like, if it's something like this, maybe I would, because when it comes to fight or flight, I'm usually fight. And I might get killed earlier, so maybe so. But it wouldn't because I'm being chased and get caught first because I'm fat. Like if that little guy, this little Stanley guy's coming like with a knife and a red face, I'm gonna have a red face. I'm gonna be coming at him.
Yo, you have a knife.
Yeah. So you can get stabbed and still fight.
Yeah, but if he has it tainted with that stuff and you,
then I might die.
Oh no, Eric.
But not because of what you're saying.
Who would be the sole survivor? I'm gonna say me.
No.
Because
it wouldn't be you.
It'd be me.
No.
Yeah, because I can fight and I can run and I've watched all the horror movies and I know all the tricks.
No, because you'd be like, well, you know, oh my god, is it a serial killer or a ghost or a zombie or it could be anything because I'm open to all.
That wouldn't kill me.
And then you'd just be overwhelmed with with overthinking it.
No, I would.
And your head would explode with the possibilities.
I would be the sole survivor. Who do you think would be the sole survivor?
I don't know.
You?
I survive by myself every day.
Well, that's different. It's not in a horror movie.
I'm very good about being by myself, Aaron.
Dip says, great episode, love the flash forwards, as well as my boy Roy did a flip.
Oh.
So happy, but I have to say, if my dad was a superhero, I would not want to be away from him because A, he can protect me, and B, I would so ask him to train me. How would you guys react?
I guess more similar to you than to William. I don't know. And I recognize, like, there are kids that are like that. I just, I never disrespected my parents that way, but they never put me in such horrible and dangerous positions, I guess, even though I was in dangerous positions, on the farm. Definitely.
You were kidnapped.
But not, like, kidnapped by a serial killer.
On an island with bombs.
Yeah, true.
Being chased down and attacked in your home.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd rather be, I guess, closer to the former than the latter.
So Davi says, so Dinah can't recognize Felicity or Diggle's kid. I assume everyone broke up soon after the season we were watching. Well, she did recognize Diggle's son.
After a bit.
It wasn't right away. So some of it could also be like, if you see a kid when they're 2, and then again when they're 22, it'll look different.
Sure.
But
hell, I mean, if it was 10 years last time they saw them, they'd still look different.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen family, like, we have a 2-year family reunion. Sometimes I see people like, no, are you this one?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, hell, kids I went to high school with, I'm like, do I know this guy? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'm going to avoid talking to him.
So, I don't know. But, yeah, as you said, like, what happens in between that, obviously they wouldn't have seen him too much. They wouldn't recognize him that quick.
Yep, and it's another flavor of expectation I now have. Is like, well, they don't really see much of each other, do they?
Jacob wants to know who else was surprised that it was Stanley that gave Dinah her scar.
That was very surprising, honestly. I mean, we had seen that scar, and we're like, oh man, she lost her cry and stuff, but I didn't think it would happen so soon. So I guess that is an example of like, hey, this is information you had, and you were still surprised when it happened. And you're like, oh fuck, it's falling into place now, you know?
Yeah, we can't get away from it.
And it wasn't bad, but also, I know she's not gonna die, you know? But I also knew, like, there was no hope of her recovering her ability if she doesn't have it here, you know?
And then Big Kit Kat, I think is how you say it. The hell is up with the Queen DNA that makes such badass fighters? Obviously Oliver, then Thea, now Miko, Mia, William? Hell, they don't even have the same parents. I need an explanation.
Yeah, one could say that the secret relative cliche is happening quite a bit recently. But yeah, what's up with the Queen DNA?
Oliver and his sisters are good fighters.
Yeah.
And then his daughter.
Yeah.
I don't really know about William necessarily.
Well, I mean, secret relative is, you know, it's generally like, you know, well known as like a soap opera thing, you know. Actually, I'm your twin brother, you know, it's that kind of thing. But it's happened a lot with Arrow. I mean, secret revelation, you know, is a superhero trope anyway. But specifically like relatives, like actually this, it's happened a lot, especially this season. I'm not against it but we kind of guessed it in the earlier episodes too. So.
Yeah.
If anything, like Dinah getting her throat slit, Felicity being pregnant, these are things that I've been thinking like, oh, that's gonna happen. But when it's happening now, I'm like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Same episode.
But when we also only have 10 episodes left this season, so yeah.
But yeah, they can all fight. It's crazy. I don't know how. That's all for Q&As.
Yeah. Okay. Poll for this week, everybody. We're gonna be talking about with these next 10 episodes. We need ourselves a villain to triumphantly beat. So if you have to pick one of the bad guys we've had so far, is it Diaz? Is it Stanley? Or is it Dante? Now, we know a lot about Diaz and Stanley. Not so much about Dante, so he can be that kind of like wow factor, something interesting. But do we have enough with these 10 episodes to really make it interesting? I don't know. Stanley's really compelling, but does he have the power base and the ability to be a villain that can take on that many episodes by himself? Diaz? Is it being played out? What's going on with Suicide Squad?
Have we fought him too much?
Have we fought him too much? Or is it going to be somebody else entirely new that we didn't ever heard about? What do you think, Aaron? He thinks it's John Cena. Guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Arrow with us. If you want to see more episodes, more reactions, make sure you subscribe. We'll have a new one every week, even though I think there's a little bit of a break with Arrow.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Sorry. Not Aaron's fault, actually.
What?
Yeah.
Are we gone?
All right.